Now I'm going to try to do the tortillas again. This time I have baking powder. So baking powder, I don't know if that's going to be a major difference. Oh, and also I'm just going to use regular all-purpose flour, just regular flour, nothing in it, with the baking powder and three quarters of a cup of, well, I have to do the quick math. 3/4 of a cup of water and butter again. So I'm going to use the same amount of butter. Now I'm going to mix them all together and hopefully they'll work out better this time. I think the last two, I think this is the third time. Yeah, the last two times I sort of struck out. There's not a sort of, I struck out, and this time hopefully it'll be better. So let's just get into it. I'm going to put in the flour, I believe, yeah, 2.5 cups of flour. One teaspoon of sea salt, a fine sea salt, baking powder. Hopefully this is our difference maker this time around. This is a 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. So we have all that mixed up in here. Well, not mixed up yet, but what I'm going to do is mix it up with our butter. This is 3 tablespoons of butter. I have a big bowl. That's the big difference. I think this is a difference maker also. Having a bowl like this allows me to mix way easier. These high walls on this bowl will keep everything from flying around, and doing this helps me distribute that butter a lot more evenly in the tortillas. So hopefully this will be a giant difference maker here. I can already feel just doing this helps it mix a whole lot better. I just feel like there's a better distribution. Okay, it starts to feel a little granulated. That feels good. That feels good. Okay, mix that up pretty well. I'm just going to put in just a little over 1/4 cup of water just to start. I don't want to get too much flour, too much water. I just want it to just start to mix up just a little bit. Okay, it's just starting to come together a little bit, I think. Oh wow, okay. I think I have enough hydration in this dough. All of a sudden it just turned a corner, and now it feels like dough, and it's not really sticking to my fingers anymore. Okay. Been doing this about 5 minutes, and this dough is the best dough I've made out of the 3. Gonna knead it for another 2 minutes or so just to make sure everything is folded in properly. So we have our dough. Now we let it sit. I'm gonna let it sit for about 20 minutes. Let it rest. It should that should help the process along a little bit. So now we let this guy rest under a wet towel so it won't dry out. Now it's been a little over 20 minutes under a wet towel. Let it rest. Looks pretty good. I don't know what I'm really looking for though, so that's not exactly a ringing endorsement. I just want to just let it rest. Feels good. I forget, you're supposed to be able to press it. I think you press it and it bounces back, maybe. I don't remember. But maybe that's just for dough, different types of bread dough. So it feels really good in the hand. It feels like it's supposed to feel. I think. I'm not. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, feels a little bit softer. So let's go ahead and I'll take like about a ping pong ball size piece of dough. Flatten it out in my hand a bit, and it's staying. That's a good sign. So of course, tortilla press. Let's see what happens here. Feels pretty elasticy. Stretches out pretty nice. Had to stretch it pretty far to make it rip, so that's good. I can stretch it out and it stays that way. That's what I really am hoping for. This is what I like, so that way it's soft, it's pliable, and it's thin. It'll cook quickly, and it's a larger size, so I can actually use it instead of it being the for like a mouse or something. And look at that, the dough is staying the way it's supposed to. That's huge. So I have my pan is hot. Let's go ahead and try this one out and see what happens. Got my pan nice and hot, non-stick. I found that this worked really well, and we'll see what happens here. I think my pan is not hot enough yet. I like the shape though. I like the fact that I can spread this out this big. This is a useful tortilla. This is probably about 4 inches by 4 inches. It's useful in as much as you can actually put food in it and eat it instead of it being like the size of a silver dollar, which is useless. Just starting to brown. It's not bubbling up though, as I hope, but I think overall it looks it's working well, which is a better sign. Let me call it. I'm going to put it on this plate. I think it looks presentable. I wouldn't be embarrassed of showing somebody this tortilla. The shape isn't optimal, obviously, but nothing's perfect. Now let's try the flavor. Got our tortilla, nice and hot. Okay. Flavor is exactly how I'd want it. This is how I like to. If I got this from a restaurant, I wouldn't turn my nose up at it at all. And like I said, the size is what I want. This is useful. I'm gonna cook up some eggs in a second. I can put them in the egg. I can put eggs in this and be okay, you know. Flavor, I'm gonna call it an A. Shape leaves a little bit to be desired, but I think we did it. Me and the camera. I did it this time. 3rd time's the charm. Actually, I have a usable recipe for tortillas that I'm actually happy with. Big thing. So here we go. Tortilla success.